Hello guys, welcome to this video where I'm going to dive in for 10 tips for players in Ghost Recon Wildlands. Now let's get to the first tip. Tip number 1 is that you can shoot the back of a civilian's car, and make them jump out and steal their vehicles. I think this tip is useful so then you don't have to chase a civilian down or find a car. You can just shoot off the back of their car and just have them jump out. Tip number 2 is that the major intel points on your tactical map reveal story missions for you to complete. I think that people overlook this tip really often. And I think it's useful because it explains where the story missions are in a certain region and why there wouldn't be any story missions in a region. So if you're ever wondering why you don't have any story missions in your region, that's probably why. It's probably because you haven't looked at the major intel. Tip number 3 is to use your drone if you don't use your drone much. Your drone is your best friend basically. It can scout out enemy positions, spotlights, alarms, anti-air defense, and more. You can upgrade your drone skill in the menu to make it more effective if you haven't already. And I think this tip is really useful because you know where the enemies are and you don't have to go in blind. And that's just me. That's why I like this tip and I think it's helpful for you. Tip 4 is that whenever your character or your enemy is more than 200 meters away, you don't have to use a suppressor. So when you're over 200 meters away from an enemy, take off your suppressor from your sniper or whatever your gun you're using to get that extra damage. I think this tip is useful because it allows you to deal a little extra damage without alerting anyone without your suppressor. Tip 5 is about suppressors as well. If you're already in a fight and spotted, take off your suppressor. You don't really need to be quiet anymore because you're already spotted and being shot at. So I recommend removing it to get some extra damage without any other downsides. Alrighty, tip 6 is that the ghillie suits are just purely cosmetic and don't provide any function or any benefit to the game. I haven't personally tried out the ghillie suit testing, but I've seen countless videos on YouTube that expose the ghillie suits for not working. So if you would like to wear one, you can, but they don't help or hurt your experience in the game. So feel free to customize your character however you want with no consequences. I use the ghillie suit because I think it looks cool, but you can customize your character however you like and it doesn't affect your gameplay or how you get spotted. Tip number 7 is that in your gun's description box, if you don't have it unlocked, it'll indicate where to find them. Like if I wanted to find the 556 XI, I would have to go to the Caitmans to get it. I think this tip is really helpful because then you don't have to go onto YouTube just to look for wherever the gun is, and you can just look on the description of the gun you want and find it. This tip does work for almost any gun except for the guns that are only available in the shop or you have to buy them. Then you can't look for where to find them then. Tip number 8 expands on number 7. If you interrogate 2 intel sources, which are white circles with exclamation points, it'll tell where all the guns and attachment are in the area. If you'll interrogate one, it'll only reveal the skill points as seen on screen. But if you interrogate 2, it'll show where all the guns and attachments are in this region. I like the tip because it saves me trouble of looking up where to find the attachments and guns. Tip number 9 on my top 10 list of tips is to use the sync shot ability. The sync shot ability is extremely useful, and I think that many new players overlook it and don't use it. It allows you to mark a target 1 to 3 depending on whether you've upgraded your skill point 1 or 2 times, and if and your AI person, one of them or 2 or 3 of them, depending on how many skills you have unlocked for it, will find a position to shoot the person that you've marked. You just hit A. I don't know what it is on keyboard, but then you just hold the engage button, which is on the top right of the screen usually, or when you shoot, and then it will eliminate someone. I think this ability is useful for when you need to kill an enemy that when you can't see them, or just need them eliminated in general, or you need multiple eliminated. Tip number 10 is when you still see red circles on your mini-map, like from when you were marking enemies with your drone, that means that there's still enemies that you haven't marked yet. So whenever you've spotted all the enemies, there won't be any red on the circle, just like there will only be just the dots of the enemies that you identified. This tip is useful for confirming whether you spot all the enemies in that area or if there's still more enemies you need to spot. And an honorable mention is that you need to get the HTI sniper rifle in the game. The HTI is literally the most powerful sniper rifle in the game. It shoots a 50 BMG round, and you can find it on the bottom left of the map in a hideout, which it's either located in one of the houses or the crates, I'm pretty sure. If not, you can just look it up. Alrighty, thank you guys for watching. I hope this helped you understand a little bit more about Ghost Recon Wildlands and some tips that you may need for starting out your journey. I hope to see you guys in the next video. See ya, guys.